Okay, so it kind of turned into a ball. Not really a diamond, but I do like that size a lot. It looks really good. So I got something really cool in store for today. And no, it's not the library. If you are only watching the videos of Timberkress and not the live streams, let me tell you, you're missing out because look at this place. We built this on I think it took 4 live streams, and one of them was a 5.5 hour live stream that we did to build this beautiful, magnificent place. Holy cow, and it's not even done yet. Oh, look at it though, it's so beautiful. The only thing that you're seeing right now that isn't complete is the landscaping, of course, and then the stairs that go up. Now that is a project I'm still working on. I'm like trying to think about exactly how I want to do it, but it's something there needs to slightly change, not much, but it's so nice. So if you're missing those, oh, you need to come out Saturday 10 a.m. Actually, Saturday 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time now. Everybody voted for it to be a little earlier. And if you're not able to make it, as far as right now, I have new memberships, so that's pretty cool. And tier 2 will get you access to my library of live streams. So yeah, that's enough talking about what you've been missing here in Timberkress. But yeah, look at that place. Oh, I love it. Anyhow, let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. And that's with this area. Now, yeah, we have this nice building here. We have that one there. Wall coming through, but a little tiny spot. I thought it'd look wrong if I put like another house or a building there. It'd look cramped. And I thought maybe a little park. And I was like, nah, we need something different because we're gonna do a park a little over there in this area there. You know, we're gonna do a really big one. You know, water features, bridges, everything like that. But here, it's not that big. You know, I could throw a couple trees in, nice little path. But I got to thinking, number one, we need to stop these guys from climbing this hill because that's not the intended route. I want them to go all the way around the long way or some other, you know, just not through here. They do it every day and it's not very hard to stop them from doing that. So that's going to be the first step. Second step is, if we look in here, I grabbed our beacon from over yonder and I went ahead, you know, grabbed all the blocks and we're going to bury this thing. Now let's talk about the grand plan for today. So I'm gonna bury this beacon, that way you can't see it at all. But then there's gonna be like this ancient ruin that, you know, kind of the city was founded around. You know, it's like a source of power for the city. And you know, I want like a dead tree. I grabbed a box, filled it with some stuff. So what I'm thinking is, you know, we'll fill it with a bunch of these kind of things. I want this nice chiseled quartz block, you know, because it looks, you know, because I want it to look like a ruin. Like at one point, this was a stellar of power that people today cannot recreate. So, but then there was something that they did, you know, that people just can't figure out anymore. So there's that with that chisel block, you know, so maybe some nether brick, you know, tying into maybe something from the nether. You know, we'll find some lore to, you know, build around this. You know, path blocks, you know, just gonna, you know, scatter about stuff. It's gonna look like there was a structure there, but then it's kind of, you know, deteriorated over time and now it's just really beat up and, you know, people are afraid to touch it because they don't want to break it type deal. You know, I got some ferns, some spruce saplings that I'm gonna cover with string, that way they stay spruce. I'm thinking we'll do like a dead tree, like we'll take some spruce blocks and we'll, you know, billow it out, you know, give it some branches but no leaves. That way it just looks like a chaotic area, honestly, in the middle of all this beauty. And that's kind of my thought process. And then we'll have like this nice like floating glass, like diamond almost, kind of just, if you would think about it, it would be like kind of like bobbing back, you know, up and down. But it's just going to be stagnant, of course. And yeah, just a couple more decoration blocks, you know, just for gravels, you know, got some spruce leaves to play as bushes, stuff like that. So for the first step here is probably, I don't know, do we want to put in another retaining wall? We could, you know, because I could do it on this level here, 1, 2, 3. It almost would look probably better. Yeah, granted that should come down a little farther anyway, but probably, yeah, you probably wouldn't want this building on the side of a hill that's just dirt. So we'll probably put a retaining wall in. That's probably a good bet. That would give me a chance to push a lot of this back and then we have a bigger area to work in because it's not the biggest area, and I do have, you know, some good schemes going. But without further ado, guys, that was a lot of rambling, and if you've stuck around, thank you. You must be a subscriber, because you know how much I love to ramble. I love to talk about the details and all the lore. Oh, it's so good. And, you know, that's my favorite part about all of this world. And we're not even 30% done. So it makes me happy. So thank you for sticking around for what makes me happy. All right, so we got the thing up and running. Excuse me, sir. I am trying to go through this door. But yeah, let's grab some iron from the villagers and we'll chuck that in here. What do we want, I guess, is the question. Speed 2 is always great. Resistance isn't really needed. Strength isn't really needed. Haste 2 is nice sometimes, but not really needed. So we're between speed 2 and jump boost. And honestly, I'm gonna go speed 2. Or we could do speed and regeneration. Nah, speed 2. We'll do that. We'll be speedy quick now. We can run anywhere we want, super fast. Okay, so the easy part, right? That's the boring. It's just what it is. What it is. You know, there's nothing special about it. I kind of put in a rough layout of, you know, how this is gonna go. I think that looks nice. You know, it separates, you know, what it is. You know, it separates our town hall, you know, with 2 layers of. Wow, words are tough today, guys. I'm telling you. Oh, I thought I had jump boost on at the same time. I was like, whoa. No, just speed. But yeah, that looks really nice. And so if this is where like our glass beam is gonna go, let's start with that. Let's kind of give this area like a little base. Let's make it look like super official. And I'm thinking that's where our nether brick comes in, because we can take out this whole layer. Let's take out all 8 of these. I probably should put some glass in there just so I don't fall down. But let's take this. And then we can, you know, do something really simple like that. And you look at it and you're like, okay, that's super, that's something, you know. It's official. But then we can continue on, I feel. Let's give it like a building almost. Let's grab some chiseled. Let's grab, you know, a little bit of everything there. All right, so I started out with a couple pillars. Now we can kind of, you know, imagine that there was, at one point in time, there was a building here. Before Timberkress even was here, before these walls, where everything else was kind of built around it. So this would be more of like an entranceway, right? And you know, you'd have your walls, you'd have your ceiling of however it would have been. And we can really work with that. You know, we can put in, let's take some of these chiseled quartz blocks. You know, I want this part to look like it's like pristine, right? I want everything about this to look like, you know, it hasn't been touched by time. Nothing is affecting it. And honestly, I think we'll leave it like that. That way you could still, you know, see the full beam. I like the chiseled a lot. It makes it look like it has, well, a lot of time has been put into them, obviously. So we can do this, and I want to stop people from walking through here, and that's pretty simple. I think I'm just going to do it by taking out their ability to jump up here. You know, we can do that pretty simple, just like that. And now they can no longer get up there, or at least some of it. We'll fill some of it in, and then I'll put in, I don't know, we'll figure something out that makes it look nice. But I just don't want them walking through it, but I also don't want to put up walls and stuff. So we're gonna take this, and you know, let's say, you know, you have your I don't know, I guess you could call them cultists who follow all of this a lot. And, you know, so they're always coming in here all the time. You know, we can rough up the ground a little bit, throw in a bunch of different types of blocks. You know, let's throw in some mossy cobble. I had mossy. Where'd you go? Mossy cobble. You know, we can throw some of that in. Make it look like it's been weathered. Well, sure. You know, it's kind of a straight path. And I'll kind of fill in all of this other area. So let's try to take on our glass diamond. Now, I'm thinking it's not going to be very big, but it's going to be probably 5. I would want 7, but I think 7's a little bit too big. So what we can do, let's climb up a couple temporary blocks. I want this to be up a little bit. We can come over. Now, I'm tempted to keep the white, right? I really do like the white going through. we might just build around what, you know, this beam actually is. And we can go like this, you know, we can take out all the corners and we can work our way up with it. This would give us kind of like the illusion that, you know, it's not being affected. I do like the white quite a bit. And then we can mix in our blocks later. Okay, so it kind of turned into a ball. Not really a diamond, but I do like that size a lot. It looks really good. And, you know, right now it looks kind of plain, but we're going to take some other stuff. We're going to, somehow I put the blue panes away, but we are going to use glass panes. And we're going to kind of scatter around, kind of like we do, you know, with our trees over here, how we kind of just dangle them about. You know, we want there to feel like there's magic in the air with this. So if I come out and, you know, just a little bit like so, you know, these, if I break this one, will just float. And that'll look really good if I mix in with the blue and the yellow. Okay, I feel it. I like it. It looks really good. This actually is what I imagined it to be. You know, we have all like the little flings out. You know, this is just kind of like what I would appear or visualize as, you know, magical particles just kind of floating around. Looks really nice. And now I want a dead tree. Now I'm thinking I'm gonna pull this out a little bit, you know, probably to right about here. You know, we'll probably cave it. Let's say we'll do something like this. Yeah, like that. And I'll just fill it in like so. Okay, so not too bad. I went ahead, I finished up this. Now this is a little bit different because it's up a level. Now, yeah, I'm gonna have to fill that in just a smidge, just like so. Get some lights in here. We'll hide it later. But we have this little area here, which I really like, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But I got, you know, all this in. We had to, you know, change up our design a little bit for it to be too tall, because it looked really weird for it to be, well, too tall dirt, kind of, you know, just like that. It looked really weird. It didn't look right. So I, you know, decided on this. This doesn't look bad. But right here, I'm thinking we should put like a little fountain. Maybe it'll come in through right here. And we'll just have the water pour out and then into like a basin, let's say. Oh, why not? Let's just go like that. You know, we'll have a bucket of water. I'll have to go grab that. But I think that would actually be pretty nice. And we can take these out and we can replace it with something better. Let's do I have any chiseled stone brick? No, but I can definitely make some real quick. Not difficult in the slightest. So we'll go like that, we'll grab our other stone brick, and let's just do something really simple here. Wow, did I not make, I made it enough for just slightly under. Okay, so we can take this, let's go ahead, let's throw in something like that. I want this hidden, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna really matter. So let's go through. We can just do something like that. Just a nice little fountain. I'll put some water in it here in a second. Feeding the cows who are about to die because I already see them taking damage. Feed, feed, feed. Feed the cows. Feed all the cows. Check out our cows. They're gonna make us tons of books. Hopefully they don't start dying. I see some of them taking damage. I might make the pen a little bigger because I don't really want to kill them off yet. Just because it's so nice to know that right there I made 32 new cows. I mean, that's a great knowledge. Oh, you tried. You tried. We're playing a dangerous game here. Okay, so they got some room? More than they had, at least? Oh, that's so bad. But, you know, we'll probably once I can feed them 3 stacks of wheat at one go is when I'll, you know, do the mass slaughter. I'll bring you in for that, don't you worry. And we have our water. Now what I'm thinking, well, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should put some glowstone down there, huh? Easy enough. That way it lights up a little bit and we can't really complain too much. Now how do we feel about this area? I wish it was kind of like more hilly, but there's not very large amount of room in here for me to like create like a dirt mound or something like that. Maybe we can do like a cobblestone like mound. You know, we can come through back here. Maybe just do something simple like that. Maybe one over here. I don't know. Is this getting too messy? Let me know down in the comments if that's too messy. But I think it gets the point across with the lore that I'm trying to obtain with this. right? Now let's refresh. Let's go over this again. So, you know, we have like a cultist group that kind of follows, you know, we have to get a name for it. We're still developing the story. That's going to be a big part of this. So, you know, we have Timberkress. It's a beautiful city. It's under a new king. You know, the king's father, you know, ran things very differently, but under the rule of King Felkress, you know, he runs things, you know, very pristine. Everything has to look nice. You know, the economy of Timberkress is amazing. You know, so they kind of do all this stuff, but this one area is never touched, and it's never to be touched type deal. Like, it's the forbidden area. So, you know, just because it's a source of great power and no one wants to try and figure out what it is and how maybe to recreate it. It's something that the ancients did, and it's still working today, so they figured if they don't touch it, then, you know, it won't break type deal. So that's why everything looks so bad. And yeah, we can, you know, kind of say like cultists come here and, you know, make their sacrifices, stuff like that. You know, fun stuff. That's a developing story, but I think it looks good. Like, yeah, I don't know. There's something missing about it, and that's where I want you guys to come in and help me. Let's take a far view from this. You know, that way we can also get a good look at that library. Oof, looks so good. Oh, I love it so much. But yes, let's try to come in a little lower. Okay, can't complain. It looks a little messy. You know, yes, it's a ruined site, I get that. But at the same time, I don't know, is it too messy? Let me know. But honestly, guys, this was a lot of fun. I don't do stuff like this usually. I usually stick to the pretty builds and whatnot, but not like the destruction. So that's a trait I'm trying to pick up. So let me know what you guys think. But guys, that's all the time I got for you today. Oh, this was a lot of fun. This is not my style, but, oh, the glass is my style, but, you know, the ruins and the dead trees and the ground stuff, that's not my style. And I'm really trying to work on it, so I appreciate you guys if you give me some feedback on that down in the comments. And as always, please leave a like. It helps out the channel so much. And share the video to everybody you know. And if you haven't already, subscribe, especially if you've lasted all the way to the end. And I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, catch you in the next one. Bye.